the Valley Center Playhouse.
Starting with the man in the mirror, I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. Na 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 na. I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize there's a window home, not a nickel to love. Could it be really pretending that they're not alone? Oh, well, oh, deeply scarred, somebody's broken heart and a washed out dream. They follow the pattern of the wind, you see, 'cause they got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways.
Welcome everybody to the carnival. I got everything you need right here. I got popcorn, ice cream, candy bar, soda pop, pizza, yogurt, egg rolls, rice, kid bars. Try me. Pizza, yogurt, potato chips.
That's a weird combination.
Well, I wanted to see if she was kidding.
Okay. I will have a hot dog, a taco, and an egg roll.
Oh, and you called mine weird. That'll be $6.50. Get in here. Soda pop, candy bars, ice cream, egg rolls, pizza, popcorn.
Anything can happen on a night like this when the moon is so bright.
Oh, please, Hank, just relax.
You're throwing your money away.
It's not my money, it's yours. Come on.
Fine, if you really want to.
Okay, let us see. You are going to have a long and happy life together.
Together?
Yes.
Together.
And if I were you, I'd stick with him. He's going to invent something called Facebook.
You're an inventor?
Yes.
Let's go.
Laugh if you will. What I tell you will come to pass.
Anybody we know sees us, so what is it we don't have a date?
We don't. Don't rub it in.
Well, since we don't, why not enjoy this? The music, the excitement.
The reason we're here is because America's favorite comedy writer is practically engaged to his TV story editor, your boss.
They're not engaged yet.
Face it, if he tripped over you right now, he would know who you are.
That's only because his nose is always in his script whenever I'm right in front of him. Oh, look, there they are.
Johnny, that was fun. Let's go through the House of Mirrors again.
Once is enough for me. I get woozy in there.
Oh, me too. I better hold on tight. Just a music trip. Oh, Peggy, come back. Don't follow him. Haven't you any pride?
Tell your fortune, young lady. Only $1.
Here.
Let us see. Oh, a young man is coming into your life.
In and out like all the rest.
He's tall, very good looking. His hair is very red. And he has a passionate nature.
And a passionate wife, too.
He will have, unless you don't believe in marriage.
Oh, I believe in marriage. Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. Thanks for the fairy tale. Poor Peggy. He doesn't even know she's alive.
Oh, Johnny, I'm so happy. Do you want a big wedding or a simple ceremony?
What?
Darling, you just asked me. Don't tell me you've already forgotten.
Forgotten?
You mean you don't want to marry me?
Oh, of course I want to marry you. Oh, why have I got such a headache?
Take me home, darling, then go home yourself and get a good night's rest. I heard her. She practically put the words, "Will you marry me?" in his mouth. Oh, Johnny, now it's over between us. And the sad part is, it never even began.
Tell your future, young lady.
I'll tell you, I'm going to be an old maid. If I can't have the man I want, then I don't want any.
$1. I see. A double life.
A double life?
I see. A split personality. At least I think it's a split personality.
Well, if they're mine, both of them are miserable.
The light of the moon, so bright, it's blinding me. Everything's all mixed up. I'm sorry, I cannot read you, young lady.
Even a fortune teller won't take my money. Sure says a lot for my future.
Something strange has happened here tonight. And it wasn't caused by the rays of the full moon. Something strange is about to happen. Or perhaps it already has.
Nobody home. You got the wrong number. Bye.
Mr. Barnes, don't hang up. It's Peggy.
No, I don't know anyone named Peggy. Bye again.
Peggy, Miss Morgan's secretary.
Oh, right. Peggy.
I just...
Why are you calling me in the middle of the night?
It's 10 o'clock a.m.
You're just making that up.
No.
Nope. You're not just making that up. Wow. I just looked like I was hit by a bulldozer.
You were.
Oh, what'd you say?
You were selecting Mr. Thompson, the sponsor at 11, remember?
Vaguely. Only vaguely.
Well, I just called to tell you that Mr. Thompson's plane arrived a little bit earlier than we expected from Minneapolis. We'll all be at your apartment in about half an hour, maybe sooner.
Oh, I'm not in any condition. Okay, Polly.
Peggy. Peggy, not Polly, Mr. Barnes.
Oh, right. Peggy. Tell Miss Morgan I'll be ready and full of zip and ready to go.
He doesn't even know your name.
Don't rub it in.
How many dozens of times has he seen you?
I never counted.
Seen through you is a better way of putting it, as if you're not even there.
Oh.
Oh, Mr. Barnes.
Oh, Molly. I must have dozed off again.
I could come back, clean up later.
No. Glad you woke me. Important meeting. You'll sponsor everybody.
Oh, you better go in and start dressing.
Remind me to tell you that I love you. I just remembered. I'm engaged to marry someone else.
Why, Mr. Barnes, that's wonderful.
I guess it is. I'm not used to the idea yet. Maybe that's why I overslept.
Too much excitement.
I'm not used. It all happened so fast. Wait, wasn't she supposed to say that?
It's Miss Morgan, isn't it?
That's right.
She's beautiful and smart too. What more could any man want?
This man could use something for a headache. You know, she's right. Denise is everything a man could want. Well, I gotta hurry and get ready. Oh, why have I got such a headache? And all I had was some papaya juice. Maybe it was poison. Well, I gotta hurry and get ready. I wonder if I need to shave. Ah! It was poison! I'm seeing things.
Good morning. Yes, you should shave.
Maybe I'm having a nightmare.
No. You're wide awake in your own apartment. This is your mirror.
That's the
Isn't it?
craziest.
My reflection's in it instead of yours.
I see you, but I don't believe you. Things like this just don't happen.
Well, it happened last night in the House of Mirrors. It wasn't my fault.
Okay, give it to me slowly.
In case you didn't know, trick mirrors are a terrible strain on us poor reflections.
In case you didn't know, I'm going into shock. But before I do, Let me have the rest of this.
Your reflection and the reflection of the person that I belong to were switched in the House of Mirrors, that's all.
That's enough.
Good morning, Mama, my darling.
Mr. Bryce.
Any coffee ready?
Just put it on.
Hey, so where's our boy genius?
In the bathroom dressing. He doesn't look very well this morning.
Oh, I wish I had his dreams.
Oh, hey, Johnny boy! The star of your TV show's coming out. Show some respect.
In a minute, Ed.
So, did you hear the good news?
Oh, about him being engaged to be married? I think it's wonderful.
Oh, it's just great. I came over to congratulate him.
Oh, how nice of you. Goodbye, Mr. Barnes. I'll be leaving now. Goodbye, Mr. Price. I'll be seeing you on my TV. I sure love that last song and dance you did on your show, you know, the 50s love story.
Oh, the Big Apple Rack.
You start with the half step here, then you step, kick, and turn around. Oh, you slide from side to side, and just right down to the ground. Big Apple, just do the Big Apple right with me.
Let's do the dance together in all kinds of weather with you on your arm.
I'm blinded by all your charm. Big Apple, just do the Big Apple right with me. I can't begin to tell you how much I want you by my side.
It definitely is exciting to be the one you choose tonight. It feels so strange to see him looking at me.
It's unbelievable she could pay attention to me. I'd like to hold you like this and spin right into a glide.
I could stay this way all night with you as my guide.
Let's do the dance together in all kinds of weather. We'll work together as a team till we perfected the dance routine. The Big Apple, just do the Big Apple, do the Big Apple, do the Big Apple, right with me.
Woo! Lovely. I'd better be going now. Goodbye, Mr. Price.
I'll see you later.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Ed. I, overslept.
I can definitely be jealous of that. The dreams you must have had of Denise in a wedding gown.
What?
Deserves a six-way mirror.
Mirror?
Yeah, can you imagine it? Six of Denise. And there'll have to be one for either of us. You know what? To be perfectly honest, I was interested in Denise, but congratulations, best man won.
Oh, thanks.
You know, you didn't know this, neither did Denise, but
I was gonna ask her to marry me.
Well, the way you're always clowning around, making all the jokes.
A wise guy, huh? That's how I make my living, remember?
I didn't know you were that serious about her.
To tell you the truth, I didn't know you were that serious about the lady either.
Well, neither did I. But there we were, the House of Mirrors.
Coney Island?
No, Central Park, the carnival. There we were, all this shiny glass, the queer images, lights started popping off in my head.
Like skyrockets going off, huh?
I felt like a different man when I left there. Now I know there was something different about me.
Well, yeah. You were engaged to one of the most exciting, desirable women in New York. And to show you no hard feelings, I'll be your best man. Now, I'm in the mood for something a little eccentric, so I'm going to go buy a hat. You take it easy. You don't look like you're in much condition for that meeting. And don't forget, the sponsor's sitting in on it.
Now I'll take care of you. There's something familiar about you.
There is?
Yes, you do look familiar.
I do?
You're the girl at the restaurant on 40th and Madison. The girl at the checkout stand at the supermarket.
Don't strain your brain, Mr. Barnes. You're a chicken, you know that.
Well, I'd rather be a chicken than a dead duck. How am I supposed to explain your reflection where mine is supposed to be?
Maybe Denise can help you figure it out.
And maybe I'd be the only one that can see you. And maybe I'm going nuts. And then they'll send me out to the nearest funny farm. No. For the time being, I'm keeping you under wraps, Missy.
That's not my name.
Well, then what is it?
If you don't know, you don't deserve to be told.
What? Our favorite sponsor, Mr. Thompson.
Glad to see you, Johnny. Since the last LT ratings, it has been the highest yet.
Well, we were pleased with the ratings too, LT, but not surprised.
Mr. Lee is never surprised. He knows.
Well, after a while, LT, you get to know and you have a winning combination.
I know I got the best producer in the business.
Why, thanks, LT.
You know he is absolutely right, Mr. Lee.
I'm only as good as the material I get, and he gives me the best.
Well, we couldn't do it without Ed.
You're a sensation, Ed.
Oh, well, I like to hear from the fans. I got a surprise for everybody. I went out and I got tickets to the 42nd Street show. I'm taking all of you tonight.
The Broadway show? Ooh, I'm excited.
Hello, Broadway. We'll sing for you today. Hats off to showbiz. A salute will pay.
Glittering lights get our attention. Horses spell till the curtain goes up.
For all the hours of entertainment, we'll toast you with our cup. Hello, Broadway.
I agree. That was so fun.
I do say here, by my wild deducting abilities, I have noticed something out of place. That was not there when I had left.
Oh, that. When you left, you banged the door so hard you broke the mirror.
Really? Oh, wow, I didn't know my own strength. That's great. I will pay the damages.
But don't worry about it. Let's just get started. That's what we're here for, right?
That's right, darling. Linda, start passing out those drinks, and Peggy, start passing out those scripts. Do you have to be told everything?
Yes, Miss Morgan.
Listen, everyone. Johnny has the most marvelous idea for the next show.
I'm anxious to hear it.
Well, so am I.
I had a marvelous idea.
Well, the one you told me about last night.
I don't remember.
Oh, you have to.
Well, if I did, it's gone. Completely out of my head.
It's okay. It'll come back to him. I think I can explain why Johnny's head's a little bit in the clouds today. We weren't going to make it official yet, but last night, we got engaged.
To each other.
Elsa, what did you do now?
Congratulations, you two.
Thank you.
I understand now. Let's just cancel this meeting and all go to lunch for a celebration.
Yeah!
Well, that is so generous of you, Mr. Thompson. You two go back to the office. There's plenty of work for you to do there.
So where is the restaurant for the occasion?
Restaurant for the occasion. Let's see. I suggest the Mirror Room at the Grand Hotel.
That's an excellent suggestion, Mr. Lee.
Call and make reservation for 6, Miss Wilson.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Thompson, if you'll be in town tomorrow,
I'll be in for the rest of the week.
perhaps we can reschedule then.
Fine, fine.
Hello, is this the mirror room? Yes, I would like to make reservations for 6.
No. Not there. Not the mirror room.
Johnny, what's the matter with you?
Yeah, I could understand if you were paying for it.
I've only been there once myself.
I've never been there, and I refuse to go now.
You refuse?
I hear the food is rotten.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
But I happen to know the owner personally.
I don't care if you know the chef personally. I'm not going to any mirror room.
Johnny, what is the matter with you? Mr. Thompson, there are other great restaurants.
But I want to go to the mirror room.
Well then, go yourself. You can all go without me.
Perhaps you all should go. I don't think Johnny's feeling very well this morning.
I feel ill.
Fine then. Come on, Frank.
Yes, LT.
But what about the reservations?
Mr. Thompson doesn't really need any reservations. I'll be in touch with you later, Denise.
All right, Frank.
Johnny, Denise. Is there anything I can do?
No, thank you, Ed. I'll give you a call later. Peggy, don't forget those scripts.
Yes, Miss Morgan. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Mr. Barnes.
Thanks, Polly.
It's Peggy.
What's the difference? If that little exhibition didn't lose us a sponsor, nothing will.
I couldn't help it.
Help what? Accepting a generous invitation and our honor?
Anywhere but there.
You said you've never been there.
It's called the mirror room, isn't it?
Yes.
Then it's probably lousy with mirrors.
All sizes and shapes, tinted and marbleized. There's even a huge one from the Palace of Versailles.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Johnny, darling, what's the matter?
Denise, dear, I love you because you're always so very understanding.
I'm finding that a little difficult today, but I'll try.
What if I told you that I imagine I see another girl's face every time I look in the mirror?
You what?
I can't help it. I do. She even talks back to me.
What girl?
I don't know what girl. I don't even know her name.
You're not making any sense.
Well, this doesn't make any sense to me either. But this morning when I looked in the mirror, there she was, talking back to me.
I see.
You do? Explain it to me.
Okay, somewhere rooted in your subconscious, she's there.
psychiatry kick? I thought you gave that up the last time you went to that head shrink you were going to.
I learned a lot from those sessions, certainly enough to what's happened to you.
You're not doing a very good job explaining it to me.
A girl you only half remember, but you see her in every mirror.
Denise!
It all ties in. It's complete rejection of me. You asked me to marry you in front of a mirror, and now you see a girl in all of them.
That doesn't make any more sense than...
It does to me. Let me go, you bigamist.
Denise, come back. Don't leave me here alone with her.
Peggy, you'll never believe what happened. Remember that fortune teller from the carnival? Well, she saw a tall, handsome, red-haired man in my future. Well, I met him tonight on that date I didn't want to go on. Well, what's the matter? You look scared. I thought you might be Jonathan Barr. Well, that's wishful thinking, isn't it?
So, he'll be here all right, if he remembers me. And then somehow he'll find a way to put things straight again. But if he doesn't remember me, he'll just have to learn to live with it. It'll serve him right for treating me like a piece of furniture he trips over.
You're talking gibberish.
Linda, I know you'll find this difficult to accept. I did myself at first.
Listening.
You were asleep when I got home from the carnival last night, so I undressed in the dark. I didn't discover it until this morning, and then I didn't tell you because I thought it was only wishful thinking, or that somehow the law of relativity or gravity or whatever it is that controls things like this would somehow unscramble everything and make my life normal again.
You're still talking
It's
gibberish.
not gibberish, it's true. Last night, I was standing behind Jonathan Barnes in all of those trick mirrors, and suddenly I felt dizzy.
You're dizzy over him. He's a lost cause. You know he's gonna marry Miss Morgan.
Well, if he does, the three of us will live unhappily ever after.
The three of you.
Johnny, Miss Morgan, and my reflection in his mirror. What? You see, I've got his reflection, and I have no intention of returning it if that's the only way it can happen.
I'm just gonna call the doctor now.
We'll see for yourself.
Oh! Where's his face stood next to mine? I mean, yours should be there.
Well, mine is where his should be. He's not very happy about the situation, but there's not a thing he can do about it.
And yours? Your reflection, I mean?
Sure, I mean, she could tell him where to find what belongs to him. But if my reflection truly reflects me, she won't. I'll take bets on that. I wish I could trade places with her.
Oh, my mind is boggling.
Well, so did mine at first, but I'm getting used to it. I even sort of like it. There are some disadvantages, though. Combing my hair without seeing myself and putting on makeup.
Do we have to keep this a secret?
Wasn't planning to call the newspapers.
Can we just tell Heidi and Beth? They just got back from their vacation on the Mexican Riviera.
I don't know.
Oh, come on, Peggy. We'll swear them to secrecy.
Oh, all right.
Oh, I'm dying to see their faces.
Since things are the way that they are, why can't you just adjust? I'm doing my best. Is she telling us the truth? Let's see. Well, just now behind you, girls. Oh, he's so cute. Look at that fiery look in his eyes. No wonder you have such a crush on him. I've got more than a crush now, girls. I got his reflection and I intend to keep it. He's so cute. He's just adorable. Imagine winning something like that at the carnival.
And you two didn't believe me.
Heidi, do you suppose if we went to the House of Mirrors, I mean, we could find one like him too? Probably. I mean, we've looked everywhere for ours. Even on the Mexican Riviera. We are four senoritas looking for our senor. We search the village over, looking for the one we adore. We've looked here, we've looked there, we've looked everywhere, but the man of our dreams was nowhere to be found, it seems. We are four senoritas looking for our senor, one who would be so happy when we do the household chores. We will
village over, knocking on every door. To our surprise, we got wise and opened up our eyes. Then the man of our dreams was under our nose, it seems. We are four senoritas, we have found our senor. Aye, happy are we senoritas for a man who we all adore. There's one thing wrong with our song, our disappointment is so great. The man of our dreams needs to come in force, it seems.
Poisoned papaya juice? It gave me hallucinations. I imagined all of it. Nothing like that really happened. I even have a logical explanation why it didn't happen. Because things like that just don't happen. That's why it didn't happen. The dictionary. I turn right to it. I love when I do that. Reflection. The state of being reflected. Here it is even better. Reflect. To create an image of a person or an object in a mirror. To give back likeness. To become mirrored. Go on, idiot! Pull it down, and then call Denise and your sponsor, and start mending some fences. Why can't I do it? I know, because I'm chicken. She said so. She? There is no she there. Just me, my mirror, my reflection.
Good morning, nice seeing you again.
It wasn't poisoned. I'm dead.
That was a very interesting story conference yesterday.
Glad you thought so.
Telling Ed Price to slam the door and broke the mirror. Very inventive of you.
I would like to break this spell and be done with it.
Oh, you're not being a very good host. I am your guest temporarily, at least.
Well, how long is temporarily?
That's up to you.
What do you mean, up to me?
I mean...
Hello?
Johnny, it's Denise.
Oh, Denise.
Oh, her.
I can't talk right now. I'm all tied up.
You're tied up? Well, isn't that too bad? I swallowed my pride and give you a call to give you a chance to explain to me.
Oh, I can't explain anything. Not right now. Not yet.
You can explain who that girl is you imagined. That figment is responsible for making such a fool out of yourself yesterday.
She's not a figment.
Oh, did she just call me a figment? She's got nerve.
Keep still.
Oh, did you just tell me to keep still?
I wasn't talking to you.
Who's there with you?
Nobody.
Oh, and who are you talking to?
The girl in the mirror.
Oh!
Hello? Denise? I hope you're satisfied.
Is she mad at you again?
Even worse than before.
Then I'm satisfied.
Just tell me one thing.
Well, I won't tell you my name or where I belong if that's what you want.
Just tell me why you hate me.
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not fond of you.
Then why are you doing this to me? Because of you, I've probably lost the woman I love as well as my job.
I was standing behind the throw, remember? I heard Mr. Thompson tell you how pleased he was with the latest Nielsen ratings. I wouldn't worry about losing my job if I were you. And as for Denise Morgan, I simply don't know what you see in her. I'm just being honest.
We're not talking about this.
You're hostile.
You bet I am.
Hostility is extremely bad for blood pressure.
We're not discussing this.
I'm good.
And I'm not talking to you anymore. At least I don't intend to. And the towel in the bathroom mirror stays up.
Is that why you called the maid and told her not to come in for a few days?
Yes.
What makes you so sure we'll have a solution to our problem in a few days?
We're getting somewhere. At least you admit you're a problem.
Why deny it? Did you have any trouble shaving this morning?
Not a bit.
Right.
Not in the least. Sorry to disappoint you. How long have you been in that mirror?
That's up to you.
Frank.
Good morning, Johnny.
What happened to your face, Mr. Barnes?
You cut yourself shaving? You do look like you've been 12 rounds with the world's heavyweight champ.
It's not as bad as it looks. Old blade.
Your apartment's never looked this bad. If you don't mind me saying so, that is.
The lady who comes in and cleans for me, you know Molly?
Oh.
She called in sick this morning.
Oh, well, maybe I can straighten up some for you.
Good thinking, Miss Wilson. I have a few things to say to Mr. Barnes.
I think I know what you're gonna say, Frank.
Johnny, I've been the producer of the Ed Price Show for a long time now. And up until yesterday, our relationship has been smooth and pleasant.
About yesterday, Frank.
What has gotten into you? I would like an explanation.
Haven't you heard of an off day?
You aren't just off, boy. You are way out.
Actually, I think I'm coming down with jungle virus from Central America.
What jungle virus?
You haven't heard of it?
No.
Well, it starts out, well, let's see here. It's been in the newspaper, on television, and on the radio. The health department's afraid of a possible epidemic.
Of jungle virus?
Well, it starts out in the pollen of the wild tiger lily, and then is picked up and carried by the spotted tsetse fly.
Is it contagious?
Scientists aren't sure.
What are the symptoms?
You saw me yesterday. Irrational behavior, inability to think clearly, high fever. I've got a fever now, Frank.
Funny, I haven't heard about this.
It only lasts a few days. 3 at most, I hope. How about I get in touch with you, Frank?
Good idea.
Are we leaving?
The sooner the better.
Don't call me, I'll call you.
Fine, fine.
And while I'm in this self-imposed quarantine, I'll have turned in the best script I've written yet.
That ought to placate Mr. Thompson. Have you seen a doctor?
Oh, I keep in constant touch with him. Over the phone. He doesn't think it's advisable to come here.
Yeah.
Why are you pushing me, Mr. Lee?
Take care of yourself, Johnny, and give us a great show. I have faith in you.
That's what I need most now, Frank. Faith, patience, and understanding.
You poor boy. Well, you can count on me.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want you two leaving on night now.
Are you sure you want to come in, Ed?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I? I want to see my best buddy.
I wouldn't get too close to him if I were you, you know.
So, what's with him?
You should know by now to not understand anything a TV producer says.
And you should know better not to shave without looking in the mirror.
How do you know I did?
That couldn't have happened any other way.
Well, you're wrong. Old blade.
Yeah, it must have been rusty, too.
Forget about it. What do you want, Ed?
Well, I got to thinking. Last night after I took Denise home,
Hope you don't mind. I took her out to dinner. She was way upset over the whole Mr. Thompson thing.
She didn't say anything about a mirror, did she?
Not that I remember, no, why?
Never mind.
Anyway, got to thinking. There is no way, well, maybe a little, but there's no way I could have broken something that big and heavy just by shutting the door.
You did. You even said so yourself. You didn't know your own strength.
See, it's still up.
Well, you've got 20/20 vision.
You're hostile this morning.
I'm not hostile. I wish everyone would stop telling me that I am.
Is that what Frank Lee just called you?
Huh? Oh, yes, Frank. And no one else.
I see. That's probably why he didn't want me to come in.
I guess.
Johnny, we're old college buddies. Friends.
Ed, old buddy, I know you just want to help. But if you just give me a few days and if everyone else would just get off my back.
what's going to happen in a few days?
I'll have finished the script that I'm writing. Okay, Ed, I can be honest with you. I'm afraid of losing my touch.
I don't believe you.
Well, that's why I was so edgy yesterday and so hostile today. The wastebasket's even full of false starts.
It doesn't even look like you've been working to me.
Miss Wilson was nice enough to clean up for me.
You know, Johnny, sometimes I believe you and sometimes I don't. You really confuse me.
Ed, if I know you as the true blue pal that you've always been, then you'll trust me when I say that I'm just in a blue funk. Give me a few days to pull myself out of it.
There's nothing I can do?
No, there's nothing you can do. Just let me alone. What are you doing?
I want to see how much damage I did.
It's in smithereens.
Smithereens? Ooh. Now this I gotta see.
Ed, leave. I want to try and get some work done.
No. This is important.
Can't you take a hint?
Whoa! Okay, I'm leaving.
I said now, Ed.
You have gone crazy.
Now!
You know what? I feel bad for Denise. You know, she's marrying a nut.
If everyone would just give me a few days to figure it out. I'm a lot smarter than you think, little lady. If that's Ed again.
Ed just ran past us. What was his hurry? Johnny, darling, what happened to you? You see, Mr. Thompson?
Yes, Denise, you are quite right.
What is this about?
Your fiance came and explained everything.
She couldn't possibly.
She came to me and told me how hard you've been working.
We've seen his work, Mr. Thompson. #1 on the Nielsen ratings.
I was too hasty yesterday. I apologize.
Oh, I should be the one apologizing. My behavior was... It
As
was...
simple as overworked.
You make it sound so simple.
I don't want my best rider to have a nervous breakdown.
Well, yesterday morning I did feel one coming on.
Wait until you hear what this generous man's gonna do for you, Johnny.
In my opinion, you need rest.
You can say that again.
You need a lot of rest. So I got just the offer. The next show is already taped, and the one after that we're putting the last minute touches on. So why don't you two get married and go on your honeymoon right away? Start making plans after the meeting tomorrow. And while you're gone, we'll rerun 2 of your most popular shows. So you can get away with a free mind.
Right away?
How does Hawaii strike you? Consider it a wedding gift. My company will foot the bill. And I brought some champagne for you two to take with you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Isn't it marvelous, darling? We're going to be married so much sooner than planned.
What was that?
No, bad plumbing. I've complained to the landlord. I don't know how to thank you for your generosity, sir.
Consider it insurance for good TV ratings in the future. Well, my taxi's waiting. Could I care to give you a ride back to the office, Denise?
No, thank you, Mr. Thompson. I'll get my own taxi in a while.
Oh, yeah, if you two loved ones would like to discuss the delights of Hawaii. Hey, you've been a lot better now.
I feel a lot better. And thank you for everything, sir.
You're welcome.
Don't do that! I told you it's smashed.
Well, when are you going to have it fixed?
It'll be fixed one of these days. Besides, there's nothing wrong with your hair. Your hair looks beautiful. You look beautiful.
Johnny, isn't it wonderful? It's all happening so fast.
I'm not going to argue with that.
An all-expense-paid honeymoon? But darling, before we get married, I need to know, is there something hanging over the mirror in the bathroom?
Yes? A towel?
Darling, this girl from the past, she may be imaginary, but she's standing between us.
You know, for a minute there, I almost forgot about her.
That's why I asked Dr. Farber to come and see you.
Isn't Dr. Farber the...
Brilliant analyst who turned me from the shrinking violet I was underneath, who made it possible for me to understand that I'm practically better than everyone else. More attractive and clever. Nonetheless, she's coming.
No one's saying you're a shrinking violet today, Denise.
And then you'll see her for me.
Won't do me any good. Her?
Did I forget to mention Dr. Farber's a woman? She also overcame her early insecurities. She absolutely inspires confidence.
She won't do me any good.
I'll see about that when I talk to her. Because if she can't help you, I'll have to find someone or someplace that can.
What do you mean by that?
Johnny, darling, there are places for people who see other people than themselves in the mirror. You'll do it for me. I have to run, but tell her I said hello.
She's coming now?
Oh, she ought to be here any minute. Tell her I said hello, and I'll keep in touch with you later, darling.
Naturally, you heard that.
Naturally. Are you sure you want to marry her?
Yes. Do you know what's going to happen when she gets here and starts asking all these questions? She's going to drag it out of me little by little. I know how these characters operate. I'll find myself lying there and telling her how I carelessly left my reflection behind in a house of mirrors and how I accidentally brought someone else home with me. And then I'll see her on the phone, and she'll be calling somebody, and then in a few minutes, 2 men in white coats are going to come down with a special jacket just for me.
You're going to enjoy this.
And you say you're fond of me.
I am fond of you. Very fond of you. Wait, the rope!
Oh, yes. I don't want to blow it too soon. Dr. Farber, I believe.
Mr. Barnes, such a pleasure to meet you.
Denise said to be expecting you.
She told me to expect some possible resistance on your part.
Or do I look like I'm resisting? How does this work? I lie down, you sit. I'm kind of new at this.
Then you will be more comfortable to lie down.
Oh, frankly, it's been a rough day, and yesterday an even rougher one.
Okay. Would you like to tell me about yourself?
You mean Denise hasn't already explained it to you?
I'd rather hear it firsthand from you.
Well, there's not much to tell. Yesterday when I looked in the mirror, there she was talking back to me. I hope you can help me, Doc.
I'll try. Go on.
So yesterday when I looked in the mirror over the sink, there she was, talking back to me. And now she's in the one over there.
I understand completely.
You do? So fast? Denise was right. You are brilliant.
True, true. Oh, it was not an immodest statement. It was merely an expression of self-awareness.
Don't be apologetic. Go on, explain. You understand what completely?
In reality, you are running away from yourself.
It's this girl that I'm running away from.
I
begin by removing that throw from in front of the mirror.
You don't believe a thing I'm saying to you, do you, Doc?
Very interesting case. The initial stages of dementia precox manifested itself in this particular paranoid type of delusion.
You asked for it. Are you sure?
Mr. Barnes, with me here to reassure you, you will not only have the courage to remove that throw, but you will realize now that you know it was all in your mind, that only your own reflection will be looking back at you.
Whatever you say, Doc.
How do you spell dementia precox?
Some imagination we've got, huh?
There's a psychiatric convention in Atlantic City. I wasn't planning on going, but I think I may need help. I know I need help.
Did you see her face? I couldn't help but feeling sorry for her.
You don't need a psychiatrist, Johnny. There's nothing really wrong with you. We both know it.
I would like to know, how long is this going to be going on?
Well, I could go on like this forever.
That's a good one.
I'm serious.
We meet each morning about 8:30. We hurry to the station as not to be late, and board the train marked 105. The cars are crowded and none too wide. We hope to stay for the 20 blocks ride as the rhythm of the train goes from side to side. It's the Subway Express. It's the Subway Express. It's the train we take to get to work each day. It's the Subway Express. We glance around just to see who's there, and we seek no man to meet if we dare. At each stop is a whole new group as the subway crowd rides the loop. Hours of watching, miles of strain. No one for us on any train. It's the Subway Express. It's the Subway Express. It's the train we take to get to work each day. It's the Subway Express. Wouldn't it be nice if one fine day we'd be there to meet, smile and say, thank you for your seat, sir, how kind you are. You don't mind standing, you're not going very far. At first glance, it'd be love at first sight, as the subway train goes on into the night. It's the Subway Express. It's the Subway Express. It's the train we take to get to work each day. It's the Subway Express.
Come out! We're not going to hurt you. We just want to be friends. Friends!
Put it down, kids. If Peg comes in, she'll be sore. He belongs to her.
No. She's lucky, isn't she? No, I wish I had one like him. Me too. Of course. The relationship would be sort of limiting. To be perfectly honest. It's true. Just the same. I get sick of looking at my reflection in the mirror. What is going on? We wanted to see your friend. But he's not being that sociable.
You two are bird brains, you know that. He's taken the place of my reflection, remember?
You can only see him if she's here.
Oh! I get it now!
Yes, just once, Peggy, please.
I am not in the mood.
Oh, be a sport.
Just stand behind me, girls.
Yeah.
happen now?
It was after you left the office, so you didn't hear about it.
What happened?
It was going to happen. When the latest script is wrapped up, they're going to be married and go off on their honeymoon. My Johnny and her.
I don't care whose reflection you're seeing in your mirror, he was never your Johnny.
They're going to Hawaii, the dream honeymoon.
Oh, aren't you lucky?
Me?
Correct me if I'm misquoting. He can't marry her. The three of us are gonna live unhappily ever after. Johnny, Miss Morgan, and my reflection in his mirror.
Please, Linda.
You mean to say those weren't your exact words?
My reflection going with them on their honeymoon? What a gruesome thought.
Well, how are you gonna stop it?
I should have stopped it right when it began.
Well, finally we agree on something.
I kept hoping.
I'd be curious to know just what you were hoping to get out of this besides that massive headache you have now.
In my imagination, I could see him looking up at me and suddenly remembering who I was.
Peggy, he'd say. He usually calls you Polly. Peggy, so it is you.
I wonder why I've never really noticed you before. But now that I have, we've got to get to know each other a lot better.
You've got some imagination.
Well, obviously it hasn't happened like that. I've accepted the fact that he doesn't even know I'm alive. But tomorrow he will. And then he'll probably kill me. When I think of what that poor guy has gone through because of me,
Well, how are you gonna stop it? How can he?
he's so clever, he'll think of something. Tomorrow, at the story conference, I'll find a way to take him aside, make him look directly at me, and then,
You're right, he'll probably kill you.
oh!
What am I thinking about? Oh, I must stay calm. And reflections, please be gone. It's impossible, just impossible. Us together, it's all wrong.
It's time for sharing a moment or two. It's time to be a new friend. It's time to learn more about you. It's time for our lives to blend.
It's impossible, just impossible. I'm engaged to someone else. But familiar she seems in a pleasant way. How her eyes, they sparkle to please. These feelings inside seem to swell within. How much longer must I wait?
It's obvious, so obvious. Together we belong.
It's impossible. Together, it's all wrong.
You know, I'm tired of cleaning up after men. You know what I mean? But that's not the point. This is intermission. We need to use the little boys' room or the little girls' room. It's to your right, and please use this doorway. On your way, don't forget to look at our Hall of Memories. And there are beverages and snacks and treats to be purchased on that side. And then you can return on this through that doorway, please. Enjoy! I know you didn't want me to come in until you called me, Mr. Barnes. You said you were too busy working to be interrupted.
Hmm?
But you know I never bother you with chattering. And bachelors aren't the neatest people, if you'll forgive me for saying.
You say something, Molly?
Tell me, doesn't your apartment look better a man of dust that collects in a big city in just a couple of days. Well, I did the kitchen and the bathroom.
Swell.
There was a towel over the mirror in the bathroom. Did you know that?
What?
The towel over the mirror in the bathroom. Why did you put it there?
It was just easier to put there than back on the towel rack.
Isn't that just like a bachelor? You know, things will change around here when you and Miss Morgan are married. When's the date?
We're going to Hawaii just as soon as things get arranged.
Why? That's very far away, isn't it?
You have to cross water to get there.
I knew that.
And haven't you heard that ghosts can't cross water?
Can't say that I have.
Oh, it's just a theory that I've got.
Well, I don't believe in ghosts.
Well, there's a lot of things I wouldn't have believed in at one time, but I'm using water to do the job for me. Well, thank you for coming in. The place looks a lot nicer for the meeting this morning.
Thank you. It would look a lot better without that throw over that mirror. How did you say Mr. Price broke it?
I banged the door too hard.
Imagine that. When are you going to get it fixed?
Oh, it'll be fixed one of these days.
Well, I better be going. I'll get that on my way out. Goodbye, Mr. Barnes.
Thanks, Molly. Well, good morning. I've been making some final changes on the script. I'm sure you'll all be pleased, especially you, Mr. Thompson.
I'm pleased already. You looking much more better today?
Oh, I feel much better. I woke up in the middle of the night and realized that ghosts can't cross water.
How's that?
What did he say?
Oh, it's just an idea I've got for a show. I'll work on it when I get back from the honeymoon.
Yeah, put it that way until after the honeymoon.
I will go ahead and get that.
Well, thank you.
Hello, everyone. Am I late?
No, we just arrived a few minutes ago.
Good morning, Denise.
Good morning, darling. You're looking much more like your old self today.
I feel much more my old self.
Was it Dr. Farber? I've been trying to reach her.
Let's talk about that later.
Okay, you two lovebirds. Not during work hours.
Sorry, Mr. Thompson.
Oh, Johnny has been working on his script. He sure will like it.
That's what I like. Confidence. Where is Ed?
Oh, he'll be here any minute.
Yeah, I put a tricky pratfall in one of the scenes. I want to check with him and make sure he can do it.
Well, that's probably it.
Linda, get the door and start passing out the drinks. Yes, Miss Morgan.
Morning, Linda.
Good morning, Mr. Price.
Sorry, I got stuck in traffic. Did I miss much?
Nope, we're just getting started.
I'm out thirsty.
Peggy, start passing out the scripts. It's taking you so long.
Miss Morgan.
I have my own copy, Paul. I mean, Peggy. So, we're all agreed to page 8. When she gets you the scripts, let's all turn to page 9.
Page 9, huh?
It's the beginning of the second scene.
That's right. Now let's read over the scene to ourselves, and then I'll tell you what changes I have in mind.
How am I going to take him aside?
I don't know. I'm so nervous.
It can
Girls,
be-
what is taking so long with those drinks? Here, don't drop it.
Well, try, but I feel really shaky.
Oh my gosh! How could you be so clumsy?
Are you okay, sir?
Yeah, I'm voice startled.
Stupid girl!
I'm sure it was an accident.
Of course, it was just an accident.
But they destroyed your suit and your tie.
Well, the agency shall replace both naturally.
Naturally.
Miss Wilson, where is the bathroom? I need to get something for this.
Yes.
You ought to be fired for this.
I'm sure that girl didn't do it deliberately. Don't be so hard on her. I'm gonna go in and see if Mr. Thompson needs some help.
How could you be so clumsy?
She's just a little upset today.
Well, you certainly upset the meeting today, Peggy. She certainly did.
Look, Ed. It's coming out. There won't even be a stain at all.
I hope so, Mr. Thompson.
Peggy, what are you doing in here?
Peggy? What? Peggy?
Reflection in the mirror.
got here, Mr. Barnes, but I couldn't seem to get you alone.
What's this all about? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Neither do I.
In the bathroom, I distinctly saw a reflection in the mirror.
Come with me, we've got a lot of unfinished business to do.
You just give me a chance to explain.
You can explain in the taxi.
Johnny, where are you going?
To the park.
What park?
Central.
Johnny Barnes, I demand you come back here right now. Oh.
Astrology? What's that?
Psychology. It's that tricky pratfall that was discussed earlier. I don't know if I can afford it.
So where did they go?
Does this place look familiar? I've had nightmares about it.
You haven't even given me a chance to explain.
I'm doing the best to control myself. Explain.
I'm beginning to wonder what I ever saw in you.
I don't think I've seen the actual you, the real you, the three-dimensional you. That is.
Woohoo! I can say this now because it doesn't matter anymore. It's all over.
Well, it's not over until we get in that house of mirrors and try to straighten things out.
No. What's over is my feelings for you.
For me?
Ever since the first day I came to work at the agency, you came in to deliver a script. You were wearing a tan suit, a black and green striped shirt, and a pink tie. You haven't a very good color sense, you know.
You didn't happen to notice my socks, did you?
Mismatch. One was brown, the other black. But with all those colors, I don't think anybody noticed. Are you colorblind by any chance?
Lately, every time I look in the mirror, I see one color, red. And you developed an interest in me because of my lack of sense of colors?
No, I overlooked that. Just as you overlooked me. Every time we were in the same room together. Other people have feelings too, you know. Even lowly secretarial assistants are human.
I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I didn't mean to.
It's a little embarrassing for me to say all of this.
I want to hear it.
You're yelling again.
I would appreciate hearing what you have to say.
Sometimes I would even follow you around. Once I sat across from you in a booth in a drugstore. I was hoping you'd notice and ask if you could join me, because we were both eating alone. You never even glanced in my direction. And at story conferences.
You read all of them?
Yeah, every one for the past 3 months.
I am sorry if I was rude, ignoring you the way I did. But didn't you notice that my mind was always preoccupied in the script? Why am I apologizing?
Think of it this way, it could have been somebody else behind you in all of those mirrors. Someone on the next plane to Nairobi or Madagascar, then where would you be? You're lucky you found me.
I'll be luckier when I get rid of you. Come, we got a lot of work to do. Where did everybody go?
I'm here.
Then it's just the two of us.
That's right.
Who needs more than two on a honeymoon?
Johnny, we're not on our honeymoon. At this point, I don't think we ever will be.
Somehow I get the impression you're a tiny bit upset.
Tiny?
Well, they're not diamonds, but maybe I can arrange that too. It occurred to me that I hadn't got to an engagement ring yet, but I hope these will do. Denise, dear.
Don't dear me, Johnny. Tell me, when did it occur to you? When you were frolicking through the park with my secretary?
Stop letting your imagination run away with you.
All right, Johnny, I'm a reasonable person. I'm willing to listen to any explanation you might have.
You don't want my flowers.
Did you and Peggy pick them in the garden? How romantic.
Peggy? She doesn't mean anything to me.
Uh-huh. That's why you ran out of here, as if you couldn't stand another moment without her.
If you knew how ridiculous that sounds. You don't want my flowers. And I didn't pick them. I bought them for you. Alone. Are you interested in seeing the ring?
I'm interested in hearing your explanation. Is it as crazy as the last one? Are you still seeing girls' faces in your mirror?
That's over. I don't see her anymore. Just me.
Woohoo!
I'm not bad looking.
When did you get that fixed?
Today,
Before we got here, you mean?
I'd have to mean that, wouldn't I?
Then why was the thrill over it?
Got used to seeing it there, a habit, put it back. Forget about mirrors. Let's talk about us.
Let's talk about you and Peggy.
I had a sudden, overwhelming compulsion to buy you an engagement ring. And I wanted Peggy's help to pick out a beautiful one.
What made you think that that dull-witted girl could help you find an engagement ring? For me.
She's a girl. And she's a lot less dull-witted than you give her credit for. Besides, I realized I didn't need her help. So I sent her back to the agency. And I picked out one by myself. Won't you even look at the ring? And when we get back from our honeymoon, I'll be the same dependable, stable Johnny you've always known.
I'd like to believe that.
Believe it.
But I still feel like there are a lot of things I don't understand. But for once, I'm gonna let my heart rule my head. You may put the ring on my finger.
Thanks, Denise.
It's so pretty.
You remember this?
Mr. Thompson gave it to us to take on our honeymoon.
Why wait? Let's start celebrating now.
It's a marvelous idea.
It really should be chilled.
I'll go to the kitchen and get some ice and some glasses. I'll be right back.
We talked ourselves out of that one, didn't we? We? I need to stop thinking that way. There is no we. Just me, my mirror, my reflection. Job I like, girl I love. Go on, pal. Smile. Don't just stand looking like an idiot. I know how you feel. I know about your reflections. There's a lot more to you than meets the eye. You wish you were standing there, back in the mirror, looking at her instead of me. I can't say I blame you. She is cute and a lot of fun in a zany kind of way. I hate to admit it. I miss her too. I miss her. She's not going to be here anymore. All of a sudden, life seems awfully dull.
Are you talking to yourself, darling?
Yes. Thinking out loud.
About us?
Yes. It's no use.
What's no use?
Us. It won't work. You can keep the ring. Let's face it. I'm simply not worthy of you. Can we still be friends?
What? Poor thing. What did you say? Hello?
Miss Morgan, it's Peggy. I was told to call you at Mr. Barnes' apartment.
Peggy, you're all that I need right now.
Peggy?
I just called to tell you that I finished cleaning out my desk.
You called to tell me you're cleaning your desk?
You don't understand. I'm quitting.
Quitting?
What'd you say?
I've had enough of this city. I want to go home. It's only a small town, population 2,819, but I miss it.
You can be replaced very easily. Don't you forget that.
I'm sorry about this morning, the drink and everything.
Well, I'm sorry over the consideration to give me more notice. Well, finish your work today and be gone. I don't care where you go. Darling, what were you saying about us?
Why did Peggy say she's quitting?
It doesn't matter, darling. All that matters is that we're together.
Peggy, why was she quitting?
She's homesick. I don't know. I don't care. Darling, you're deliberately trying to avoid this. This is what we call on TV a big confrontation scene.
I already have. Weren't you listening? Remember when I said it won't work between us? Really, I meant it. And I also meant it when I said you could keep the ring.
You're a psychopath. You are psychotic. When you were gone, I called Dr. Farber's office. She's been sent to a sanatorium. For a month, after just one session with you. I've had enough. More than enough.
Well, you're absolutely right.
I never should have given up that press. Get on my way. I didn't know when I was better off.
I'll tell him when I see him next. And good luck to the both of you. And if you see him first, tell him that the best man won after all. The flowers! I gotta keep them fresh for Peggy. Put them in a vase. Oh, the ring! What if we wanted to start over, Peggy and I? And we gave her the ring. We? I gotta stop talking like that. Oh, that may take a period of readjustment. So if I gave her the ring, would it be giving her a second-hand ring? Nope, I don't think Peggy had, or Denise had it long enough to be considered second-hand. Why am I wasting my time? Milford Agency, give me the Ed Price Show office.
Ed Price Show.
Peggy!
This is Linda, Mr. Barnes.
Oh, I should have known it wasn't hers. Give me Peggy, I need to talk to her.
She isn't here.
Where's she going?
Well, she's going home.
Is she going there right? Where's hometown?
Rushville, Illinois, population 2,819.
But where's hometown?
I just told you.
Oh, you did, didn't you? Oh, is she headed there right now?
Well, no, she's headed to your apartment. Miss Morgan wanted her to finish up her work there first.
She's headed here?
She said something about picking up the new scripts. She took a taxi and it's not very far, so she should be there any minute.
She'll be here any minute. Have I got a gal for you? Oh. Peggy! Oh, Ed, I didn't expect you to, leave. Hello, Peggy.
I just came to pick up the scripts, Mr. Barnes.
Oh, I got a few changes I want to make. Stick around. You don't have to stay, Ed.
Listen, the only reason I'm here is because I was at the office picking up my mail. She was leaving. She did not feel comfortable coming here alone, so I came here with her.
Well, you've brought her safe and sound, and now you have my permission to leave, Ed, old buddy.
Oh, whoa! You're crowding me. Calm down.
Well, we've got some important things to talk about.
What do we have to talk about, Mr. Barnes?
I'll think of something. How about going to dinner with me? For an opener.
Why? How?
I'd enjoy it, and maybe you would too. I'm not too hard to take once you get used to me.
All right, this has happened too many times before. Started all the way in college, up until now. And you took Denise away from me, all right? You were looking for a sock in the eye, buddy.
Denise is waiting for you. She said to say that she didn't know when she had it well off.
Tell him you're leaving with me.
Tell him the truth. We were living together.
What?
I suppose you might say that.
Well, you were engaged to Denise?
It was bigger than the both of us. I couldn't help it.
Are you all right?
Peggy, what would you say if we started over?
You mean you'd want to after all the trouble I caused you?
As Dr. Farber would say, I've got retrograde amnesia. For all I know, I'm seeing a beautiful girl for the first time in 3 dimensions. Say, miss, you look familiar. Do I know you from somewhere?
Well, it's possible. I haven't been in some pretty strange and out of the way places lately.
My name is Johnny Barnes,
I'm Peggy Miller. My, you've got a nice strong hand.
and yours is nice and soft. I can feel it. Say, if you're not busy this evening, would you like to go to dinner with me?
I think I'd like that.
I know a great restaurant. It's kind of expensive, but I don't care. I'm in the mood to celebrate.
The Nero.
See how well we get along? You read my mind.
All those reflections, it could be kind of fun.
I've got you on my mind. It felt so natural, it felt so good to be with you when we were talking alone. We talked all about the things that we like and would like to do someday.
It felt so natural, it felt so good to be with you when we had that little fight.
Fights?
Stirred up the cold and talked for a while in the fire's light.
I've got you on my mind. I've got you on my mind. I can't deny it's true, I must admit it to you. I've got you on my mind. I've got you on my mind too.
What are we gonna do about this predicament? What are we gonna do about how we feel?
There is nothing wrong with this predicament. It simply proves our love is real.
It felt so
Natural, it felt so good to be with you when we were together alone. The things that we've shared have meant a great deal, so we'd like to make it known. I've got you on my mind. I've got you on my mind. I can't deny it's true, I must admit it to you. I've got you on my mind. I've got you on my mind too.
as we watch the gardens grow. It's springtime in Manhattan, and we have another tale to tell. Just 1 minute more, a knock on the door, and in comes Molly the maid. She's followed by Ed and the rest of the crew. Twins are up, John and Peg. Confused old chap, he had a mishap. He left his reflection behind. Confused as he was, he held him tight till he learned the screaming of love. It's springtime in Manhattan. There's really only one thing to do. Give thanks up above for the ones that we love, and say happy springtime to you, and say happy springtime to you.
Happy springtime.
Happy springtime, everybody.
Happy springtime.
It's so important to make someone happy. Make just one someone happy. Make just one heart-to-heart you. You sing to one smile that cheers you, one face that lights when it nears you, one girl you're everything to fame. If you win it, comes and goes in a minute. Where's the real stuff in life to cling to? Love is the answer. Someone to love is the answer. Once you've found her, build your world around her. Make someone happy. Make just one someone happy, and you will be happy too.